Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys all had a great trading day. Hope you guys were patient. I wanted to go over a trade that I took near FOMC. I took two trades. One was for crumbs. It was for pennies. Premium was jacked early in the morning, so I won't show you that one. It's boring. But I managed to take a little bit over 200% on some SPX puts. Right around Jay Powell's testimony. I'll explain what I saw first in the morning. Very first thing we do is, I map out my levels. I did this in the pre-market live. I drew this line here, 44.33, 44.34, and it was significant resistance. The last time we came into this area here, we shed, a couple hundred points at least. So right here was resistance. I expected the same thing. You guys hear me talk about it until I'm blue in the face. You got to look left. You have to look left of the chart. It'll tell you what happened. What happened the last time it hit that range or that price area. So, last time we were here, we shed almost 5%. I didn't expect that move today. I didn't. We had already shed so much that there wasn't a game plan for me if we had a 5% move to the downside once we hit here. But I knew that once we, pre-market, we didn't break through here. We double topped. I talked about this in the Discord. We formed a double top, big upper wick, and we lost the ADMA. I drew a fib from this impulsive move, from this tail here to the top. So it was just a matter of really drawing the fib on the first trade, and just following where it was going to retrace to. Like I said, it was a very short trade. Took crumbs. It was premium is still jacked at that point. So a good move, double top, big upper wick. The real move came right here on this candle here. This is where I got in. This was a monster trade. Like I said, it took 217% all out. I was all in, all out. There was no scaling in or out for me. I wanted this to be one move, and that's exactly what it was. So I'll show you exactly when I got in. Got in at 11:16 a.m. Pacific. Bought a couple of contracts. They were 0 days, so they were essentially lottos. How many doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the price. Paid 380. Got out at 10, and that was pretty much the bottom. I bottom ticked that pretty well. So 11:44, so 30 minutes after I'm in the contract, Jay Powell he gives his testimony saying that, he doesn't roll out rate hikes at every FOMC meeting. So that's not good for the market, and inflation risks are to the upside at noon. So I'm in this position. I'm in it well. Again, it's pretty much zero or hero, and I'll show you where I entered, where I exited, what I saw, and what gave me confidence to hold it. As you guys know, I always talk about big upper wicks, and they're for selling. It means that price is not accepted up here. You get a big upper wick here. This is pretty much an inverted hammer. You got a small tail here, but it could have closed as a pretty big inverted hammer. We lost the ADMA, so I'm keeping my eye on it at this point. Remember, I entered on this next candle here. Big upper wick, lost the ADMA, popped back over the ADMA. And I didn't believe it. It was going to have to show me. So I entered, I jumped in. Like I said, it's a lotto. Bought a few contracts, no big deal. Next candle, we double top. I have all the confidence in the world. Because the last time we double topped, you saw what happened. We got a nice big flush down to the golden pocket. These things happen over and over again. They tend to repeat themselves many times, especially when you have him saying that, he's going to effectively raise rates at every meeting. That's really not a good thing for the market. Debt is cheap when rates are low. When they're not low and people have to pay it back, it cuts into their margin. So, that's fundamental stuff, but the market doesn't like the market doesn't like that. It's pretty plain and simple. Loss of the ADMA, almost a retest, came back down, and I exit on this candle here at, what time did I exit? I think it was 12:10. Yeah, 12:10 Pacific. So, somewhere between here and there. This is a 12 o'clock candle. This is a 12:15 candle. So, somewhere in between here, probably this tail here. So all out at 10. It's a good trade, as you can see. You got a hammer here, hammer candle, and it's going to make its way back up over the ADMA. But again, you got to have the confidence to identify this. Obviously, there was a catalyst, but I knew, and I said it all day in the chat. Just be patient and give him a minute. He can absolutely put his foot in his mouth, and you tank the market 100 points. So, you go from 44.57 to 43. It's not. Give me 1 second. It's not hard to do. So he does it all the time. Let's see how many points that was there. Yeah, 150 points. So, I managed to get a small piece of it, end up being a 200% trade. Again, this is textbook stuff. Big upper wick, pop up over the ADMA. I'm already in the trade here. This is my candle. Double top, lose the ADMA. An hour trade, and you exit it. So who knows what happens tomorrow? We've got to look at the daily. Selling may not be done. If you guys remember, we have a range. We have a defined range, but I spoke about 43.30 all day yesterday, and not losing it. And you can see what happened. We wicked below it and popped back up over here somewhere yesterday. So they want to save it. We have a defined range here. It's documented. This is our range. It's a 100-point range, 44.33 to 43.30. So we can chop between here for the rest of the week. We can sell off more. I don't see much potential to the upside unless everything's already priced in. But looking at the daily, let's see if we can get. There we go. We're just setting up more lower highs. That's really it. There's not much positivity to the upside. Look, we tested the ADMA again and sold off. So we have another almost inverted hammer candle. So I don't see a reason to go long. I'm sure there's a ton of people who are long QQQ and SPY calls, but for me, I don't see a trend change yet. I don't see a reason to be long. And until we do, it's gonna sit tight. I don't have a reason to do anything crazy. Still, this is a must hold area. You can see we're fighting for it. This 43.30, so it's hanging on for dear life, and I still stand by what I've said for weeks now. We have to hold this. We have to hold this area, or we're coming way back down here. So that's it for morning lives, I guess, for the week. Probably won't do any more of those until next week. I'll be in the Discord though, and let's stay safe. If you found this video useful, share it. It's a pretty easy to understand video. Give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow.